Now, when it comes to finding a good mouse to use, I struggle with that because, you know, I've used mouses that come with your computer when you purchase them, and I've had those generic third-party ones. And for a while, I was using the Razer Viper mouse until I had something that came in that makes me not want to go back to it. And I'm talking about the ROCCAT Burst Pro. This mouse, and what's interesting is I have big hands and this is a fairly small mouse, but it does what I need to do. I make it work. Let's get into it. Like, you know what I mean? Get into it. Before we get this video kicked off, I want to give a special thank you and shout out to ROCCAT and Turtle Beach for sending this out to me for review. And yeah, you guys definitely made this possible. Thank you so much for sending it out to me. And before we get into it, I'm Mikhail Kasanova, Hawaii content creator, host of Hawaii's #1 podcast, the Kasanova Podcast. I stream every single week on twitch.tv/Mikhail Kasanova. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes from here, from podcasts, reviews, playthroughs, and more. So today we're going to be talking about the ROCCAT Burst Pro. This right here is an amazing little mouse that doesn't have like the scroll wheel. You know how most mice use scroll wheels. It actually has a sensor on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that. Plus various cooling gels that you can use. You can swap out, you know, based on what type of speed you want. But we're going to be talking about this, and this is now my go-to mouse that I'm going to be using for all of my streams, for my video editing, photo editing, and just content creating as a whole. Now, I am very, very, very particular when it comes to my mouse. It's just, I don't know, like when it comes to my mouse, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, what, you know, because you can get the ones that have the DPI built in, like the DPI switching that you like, have ones that have the response and the traction you want, or ones that just don't particularly fit into any of those categories. Thankfully, this mouse does, and it just does everything I need it to do. Now, granted, because I play MMOs, one of the things I do kind of wish this mouse did have would be functionality buttons, like a numeric pad on the side. It would make, you know, doing my casting or tank stance and everything like that a little bit easier. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So in this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing, a setup, and I'm going to show you the software as well as do an overall usage case with this. So get into it. Okay, so we're going to be doing an unboxing of the ROCCAT Burst Pro. This is their extreme lightweight optical pro gaming mouse with Titan optical switches. So it's got the best in speed and durability, I believe. Yeah, so it's got it says right here. So this is a 100 million click life cycle, and it's about 88 grams, and then a 1600 DPI LI sensory. So it's also got a phantom cable, as it states here, and then this is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and get on into the box. So there isn't really much in the box. I mean, there's this, and then you've got your quick installation guide, which I'll go into this real quick so you guys can check it out. So if I were to, let's see, so we just open it here, and then these are some additional, you can swap these out if you wanted to, put them there. Some grips, I believe. Then you've got the quick installation manual here, but this is the mouse itself. This is incredibly lightweight. I'm actually shocked at how light this feels. Right? So I've got fairly large hands. So let's see. what this would feel like for me. So it works. A little small for my hand. I do have a big hand, so it's a little small. But, you know, I can work with it. But this is it. You can hear the clicks. There we go. And this is the bottom you can see here. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in, and then we'll see how it is from there. Now off the bat with this, like, it's just, you know, when I hold it, right? So I'm letting you guys see as I'm holding it, and it is, for me, admittedly, a little small of a mouse. I do have a larger size hand, and so in a way I do have to arc my hand a certain way so you guys can, as you can see, like, for me to be able to fully functionally use this. Now if I had a smaller handset, like, I know for my wife, she would be able to handle this perfectly fine, but for me, this one's a little bit difficult because it doesn't hurt the functionality. I can work with it. I love this mouse. I just wish it was a little bit bigger because my hands, I have large hands, and this is a small mouse, as you can see. But that aside, functionality of this thing is just absolutely exceptional. I love the way this functions, especially if you have the SenseAmo Wide XXL. Then this thing glides like butter across that mouse pad. Like, it's just, I wish there was a way like I could like capture or you know, how it feels and be able to, like, you know, send it to you guys or show it to you guys, like some like cyberpunk-esque type of thing. But unfortunately I can't do that. But it's just one of those things where it just feels so right, and it's just so smooth, and I just can't get over how amazing it is. Effortlessly. If you get Burst Pro, make sure you pick up the SenseAmo or SenseAmo Wide XXL, because it is the perfect combination. Plus you've got the RGB functionality with that as well. It's just so effortless. I love how it glides along in this thing. The buttons on the side, perfect functionality. Like, they're super responsive. Left and right click are good. Scroll wheel is good. Dpi Switcher is good. If you want to set up macros for various games, you can. If you go in the ROCCAT Swarm software, allows you to do a lot of different functionality there. And other than that, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, when I'm playing FF14 or if I'm playing Warzone, this thing is just buttery. That's all I gotta say. Also, the other thing too, you can utilize any keyboard and mouse on a PlayStation console. So if you're playing games that were utilized there, like FF14, or if you're using, like, if you were playing Call of Duty on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, you can utilize keyboard and mouse support, and it does work really well. Especially when I'm playing 14. So I've adjusted to playing Final Fantasy 14 with keyboard and mouse as well as controller, so I can go back and forth between the two. And using this along with the Vulcan Pro on the PlayStation 5, effortless. That's how great it works. But I really, as far as like downsides, the only downsides I could technically say about this mouse is size. Now, and it's more or less, it's a downside for me because I have big hands. If it was a little bit bigger, I would be a little bit happier with it. I love it as it is. I would be ecstatic if it was bigger. And that's just the one area where I feel like it does come a little short. But I don't think many people, I don't think I'm the majority with the massive hands, but I could be wrong about that. If it was a little bit bigger, you know, I think it would be better, but maybe I need to try out a couple of the mice that ROCCAT has. That way I can, you know, do like a mouse comparison. I mean, that's just literally all I can think of is for the downside, because other than that, it's effortless, in my opinion. So I've got the Dpi Switcher here. I've got the scroll wheel. I've got ability to left and right click. I got 2 buttons on the side, and you got a couple functionalities depending on if you click in or above the scroll wheel. So you can set these to literally be whatever you want them to be. If you want them to, like, do menu, universal scrolling up and down, browser back and forth, DPI cycle. You can set easy shift. So if you want additional functionality, like this would help, like especially for me, like playing MMOs, I would definitely hotkey different things. Like when I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, I would definitely hotkey stuff to this. Then we can go over to illumination. So again, I have this set to the AMO intelligent lighting system. You change that to, you want to have it set to wave. It'll cycle through like that, as you can see. I want to set it to, heartbeat, breathing. I want it to be blinking light. I can definitely do that. You can set it to be the custom, or you can have a theme going with it, depending on what color you want to set it to. For me, it'd probably be purple, but regardless, you can have it blinking if you want it to blink. I don't personally want to. I'm just going to keep it as that. And then we can go over to advanced settings, so I can show you guys what that does. And with advanced settings, you've got polling rate, so 125 hertz, 250 hertz, 50 hertz, or 500 hertz, 1000 hertz. You can do distance control unit, so you can be very low, custom, or low. You can calibrate it, and this is also going to be like, how you want it to feel based on the mat you're using. You got an LED timeout. I don't have it turned on at all. I don't need it turned on. I like just having it or walking in the room, and just seeing it on. You can do angle snapping, and you can also set sound feedback, DPI change, profile switch, volume up and down. And if you want, you can reset everything here. Now, wrapping it up, do I think this is a mouse that you should pick up? Also, even if you have bigger hands? Yes, I do. I do think this is a mouse. I think if you're going to pick this up, now, hear me out. If you're going to pick up this mouse, I would say get it in the combo. Get the Sense AMO Wide, preferably the XXL. Get the ROCCAT Vulcan Pro and get this mouse, and you've got a complete set. It looks good, it functions good, and if we're going to just go back to the functionality of the ROCCAT Burst Pro, this is a fantastic mouse. I think it's worth it. Whether you're playing Warzone, you're playing Dota, League, you're playing StarCraft, FF14, doesn't really matter. This thing works effortlessly across the board. No latency, no lag. I've never had an instance where I'm moving about with the mouse and it's not giving me the type of response and functionality that I want. It just does everything I need. Like, this is, for me, minus the size, the perfect mouse. So again, hey, I say it's a buy. But what do you think? Do you have the ROCCAT Burst Pro? Is this something that you're looking at picking up? Do you have it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Whatever your thoughts are, let's get the conversation going down in the comment section below. And if you want to take the conversation further, we do have a Discord where you can hop in and meet a variety of amazing people, from content creator, people in the industry, other gamers, and so many more. So go ahead, link for that is down in the description below. And again, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to ROCCAT and Pearl Beach for sending this out to me. And very, very grateful. I love this. Just wish it was a little bit bigger. That's one downside. Wish it was a little bit bigger. But overall, through and through, I'm very enthusiastic about using this again and continuing using this throughout my career as a content creator. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm Mikhail Kasanova, Hawaii content creator, host of Hawaii's #1 podcast, the Kasanova Podcast. Stream every single week on twitch.tv/Mikhail Kasanova. So catch me over there. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes from this channel. And if you want to pick up this mouse along with any of the other items in this video, then the Amazon affiliate link will be down below. I get a little bit of a kickback, which goes back to the channel if you decide to pick it up using Amazon. And it's also no cost to you. So that being said, catch you guys on the next one. Deuces, wow, too sweet, be the elite. See you on the next one. Peace. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I really want to say mahalo and gracias for doing so. It is truly amazing that I have people that actually enjoy my content. I mean, you made it to the end of the video, so I assume you enjoyed it. If you didn't, hey, there's a dislike button you can always hit. I know, you know, some people like to do that, but hey, whatever. I just am appreciative of the fact that you came through, you watched it, you got to this point. If you want to do me a solid, go ahead and hit the like button if you really liked it. And if you loved it, go ahead and sub for more content like this. If you want to support my work, we've got channel memberships, we got Patreon, and all that will pop up somewhere on the screen here and linked down below. Your support means a lot to me. If you know someone who would enjoy this type of content, go ahead and share it. That's what matters most. You guys watching it and sharing it with someone who might enjoy it, a friend, who knows. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Mahalo again, gracias, and fa'afatai. I will see you on the next one. Yeah, there's 3 different languages I spoke there. So Hawaiian, Spanish, and Samoan. So gives you a little detail as to what I'm mixed with. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and yeah, happy gaming, happy streaming. Have a good one.